Aging is a journey we all face, but there are parts of it that nobody really talks about. If you're over 70 or you have a loved one in that age range, you might think you know what to expect as the years go by. Maybe a few more aches, a slower pace, or some gray hair. But the truth is, there are surprising, sometimes uncomfortable changes that seniors experience as they age, and they're rarely discussed openly. These aren't just quirks. They're habits, behaviors, and physical shifts that can catch you off guard if you're not prepared. In this video, we're going to pull back the curtain and reveal 16 ugly things seniors do as they age that no one tells you about. These are real, raw truths backed by science and observed in countless older adults, and understanding them can help you or your loved ones navigate aging with more grace and awareness. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to watch for, why these changes happen, and most importantly, what you can do to manage them or even prevent them from taking over. Stay with me until the end, because the last one is something almost every senior deals with, but it's so rarely talked about that it might shock you. Let's get started. First, let's talk about becoming more stubborn. As people age, many seniors develop a stronger sense of certainty about their opinions and routines, often to the point of seeming inflexible. Research shows that this can stem from a combination of cognitive changes and a lifetime of experience that makes them trust their own judgment above others. Think about someone like Margaret, a 78-year-old who insists on driving the same route to the grocery store even though a new road is faster. She argues with her kids when they suggest a change, convinced her way is best. Compare that to her younger self, who is open to new ideas. This stubbornness isn't just about personality. It can lead to conflicts with family or even unsafe choices, like refusing to use a walker. The good news? You can work on staying open-minded. Try listening to others' suggestions without immediately dismissing them, or experiment with small changes, like trying a new recipe. If you're still flexible and willing to adapt, that's a great sign. If you've noticed yourself digging in your heels, take a deep breath and consider another perspective. It can keep relationships strong and life smoother. Next, there's the tendency to repeat stories. If you've spent time with an older loved one, you've probably heard the same tale about their childhood or a past job more times than you can count. Studies suggest this happens because aging affects short-term memory more than long-term memory, so seniors often lean on familiar stories that feel vivid and comforting. Picture someone like Frank, an 82-year-old who tells his grandkids about his Navy days at every family gathering. His family smiles politely, but they're frustrated because it's the same story every time. Frank doesn't realize he's repeating himself, he just enjoys sharing. This can strain relationships or make seniors feel dismissed if others tune them out. The good news? You can manage this. If you're the senior, try asking others about their stories to shift the focus. If you're a family member, gently redirect the conversation with a question about a different memory. If you're not repeating yourself constantly, that's a good sign. If you've caught yourself doing it, don't worry. Awareness is the first step to keeping conversations fresh. Another ugly truth is hoarding tendencies. Many seniors start holding on to items, old newspapers, clothes they'll never wear, or even expired food, because they fear scarcity or feel sentimental. Research links this to cognitive changes, like difficulty making decisions or emotional attachment to objects that represent the past. Imagine someone like Helen, a 79-year-old whose house is overflowing with stacks of magazines and boxes of knickknacks. Her kids worry about safety, but Helen insists she might need those things someday. This isn't just clutter. It can lead to fire hazards, falls, or unhealthy living conditions. The good news? You can tackle hoarding gently. Start by decluttering one small area, like a drawer, and focus on keeping only what's truly meaningful. If your home is tidy and organized, that's a fantastic sign. If you're holding on to too much, ask a trusted friend or family member to help you sort through. It can feel liberating. Let's talk about neglecting personal hygiene. It's tough to admit, but some seniors start to skip showers, stop brushing their teeth regularly, or wear the same clothes for days. This can happen because of physical limitations, like arthritis making it hard to bathe, or cognitive decline causing them to forget routines. Studies show that poor hygiene increases the risk of infections and can lead to social isolation if others pull away. Think about someone like George, an 84-year-old who used to be meticulous but now smells faintly of body odor and has stained shirts. His daughter notices but doesn't know how to bring it up without hurting his feelings. Compare that to Clara, also 84, who still takes pride in her appearance, even if it takes her longer to get ready. The good news? You can maintain hygiene with small adjustments. Use a shower chair if standing is hard, or set reminders for brushing your teeth. If you're still keeping up with self-care, that's a great sign. If you've let things slide, start with one small habit, like washing your face each morning. It can make a big difference. Another change is becoming overly critical. As people age, some seniors start pointing out flaws in others, family, friends, or even strangers, more than they used to. This can stem from frustration with their own limitations, cognitive changes, or a need to feel in control. Research shows that this negativity can strain relationships and increase feelings of loneliness. Picture someone like Betty, an 80-year-old who snaps at her son for being late or criticizes her neighbor's gardening. Her family starts visiting less because they feel judged. Compare that to her younger self, who is warm and encouraging. The good news? You can catch yourself. Before critiquing, pause and ask if it's worth saying. Focus on positive comments instead, like complimenting someone's effort. If you're still uplifting those around you, that's a wonderful sign. If you've noticed yourself getting prickly, try practicing gratitude. It can shift your perspective. Let's move on to withdrawing from hobbies. Many seniors stop doing activities they once loved, gardening, knitting, or even playing cards, because of physical limitations, low energy, or a sense that it's not worth the effort. Studies show that abandoning hobbies reduces mental stimulation and increases the risk of depression and cognitive decline. Imagine someone like Arthur, an 83-year-old who used to paint but now says he's too tired and lets his brushes gather dust. His days feel empty and he's less engaged with life. Compare that to Dorothy, also 83, who still knits scarves for her grandkids, even if she works more slowly. The good news? You can rekindle your passions. Start with a simplified version of your hobby, like sketching instead of painting, or try something new that's less demanding, like listening to audiobooks. If you're still enjoying your hobbies, that's a fantastic sign. If you've let them go, pick one activity to try this week. It can bring back joy. Another ugly truth is increased anxiety about small things. As people age, some seniors worry excessively about minor issues, like whether the mail arrived on time or if a storm is coming, because aging can amplify feelings of vulnerability. Research links this to changes in brain chemistry and a lifetime of accumulated stress. Think about someone like Edward, a 77-year-old who checks his locks 5 times a night and frets over every news headline. His anxiety exhausts him and strains his family's patience. Compare that to Clara, also 77, who stays calm and focuses on what she can control. The good news? You can manage anxiety. Try deep breathing for 5 minutes a day, or talking to a trusted friend about your worries. If you're generally relaxed, that's a great sign. If small things are stressing you out, start with one calming habit. It can help you feel more at ease. Let's talk about ignoring medical advice. Many seniors dismiss their doctor's recommendations, skipping medications, avoiding tests, or refusing mobility aids because they don't want to feel old or dependent. Studies show that this can lead to worsening health conditions and a shorter lifespan. Picture someone like Frank, an 81-year-old who stops taking his blood pressure pills because he feels fine. A year later, he's in the hospital with a stroke. Compare that to Helen, also 81, who follows her doctor's advice, takes her meds, and stays active. The good news? You can build trust in your healthcare. Ask your doctor to explain why a treatment matters, or bring a family member to appointments for support. If you're following medical advice, that's a strong sign. If you've been brushing it off, start with one recommendation, like taking your pills. It could save your life. Another change is becoming overly frugal. Some seniors pinch pennies to an extreme, refusing to spend on necessities like healthy food, home repairs, or medical care, often out of fear of running out of money. Research shows that this can lead to malnutrition, unsafe living conditions, and untreated health issues. Imagine someone like Margaret, a 79-year-old who eats canned soup every day to save money and lives in a drafty house because she won't fix the heater. Her health suffers and her quality of life declines. Compare that to George, also 79, who budgets wisely but invests in good nutrition and home safety. The good news? You can balance frugality with self-care. Prioritize spending on essentials like fresh produce or a grab bar for your bathroom. If you're spending wisely on your health, that's a great sign. If you're cutting corners too much, reassess your priorities. It's worth it. Let's discuss changes in eating habits. Many seniors start eating less, skipping meals, or relying on processed foods because cooking feels like too much effort or their appetite fades. Studies show that poor nutrition weakens muscles, lowers immunity, and increases the risk of chronic diseases. Think about someone like Betty, an 80-year-old who used to love cooking but now eats crackers and tea for dinner. She's losing weight and feels weak. Compare that to Arthur, also 80, who prepares simple, balanced meals with vegetables and protein. The good news? You can improve your eating habits. Try batch cooking easy meals or asking family for help with grocery shopping. If you're eating well, that's a fantastic sign. If your diet's lacking, add one nutritious food to your day, like a piece of fruit. It can make a big difference. Another ugly truth is increased irritability. Some seniors snap at loved ones or get frustrated over small things, like a spilled cup or a loud TV, because aging can lower patience and amplify stress. Research links this to brain changes and physical discomfort like pain or fatigue. Picture someone like Edward, a 78-year-old who yells at his wife for forgetting his coffee order. His family starts avoiding him, leaving him isolated. Compare that to Dorothy, also 78, who stays patient even when things go wrong. The good news? You can manage irritability. Take a moment to breathe before reacting, or address underlying issues like pain or sleep problems. If you're staying calm, that's a great sign. If you're snapping more, try identifying triggers. It can improve your relationships. Let's talk about neglecting home safety. Many seniors live in homes with hazards like loose rugs, poor lighting, or steep stairs because they're used to their space and don't see the risks. Studies show that falls are a leading cause of injury and death in older adults, often due to unsafe environments. Imagine someone like Frank, an 82-year-old who trips over a cluttered hallway but refuses to clear it, thinking it's fine. One fall lands him in the hospital. Compare that to Helen, also 82, who installs grab bars and removes tripping hazards. The good news? You can make your home safer. Start with one fix, like adding a nightlight or securing rugs. If your home is safe, that's a strong sign. If it's cluttered or risky, take one step to improve it. It could prevent a disaster. Another change is relying too much on others. Some seniors lean heavily on family or friends for daily tasks, cooking, cleaning, or even getting dressed, because it's easier than doing it themselves. Research shows that overdependence can lead to faster physical and mental decline. Picture someone like Margaret, a 77-year-old who asks her daughter to do everything, from shopping to paying bills. She's losing her independence and confidence. Compare that to George, also 77, who does what he can himself and only asks for help when needed. The good news? You can maintain independence. Start with one task you can do on your own, like making your bed. If you're still self-sufficient, that's a great sign. If you're relying too much, reclaim one small responsibility. It can boost your confidence. Let's discuss memory lapses that go beyond normal. While forgetting names or misplacing keys is common, some seniors experience more frequent or severe memory issues, like forgetting recent events or getting lost in familiar places, without realizing it's a problem. Studies link untreated cognitive decline to a higher risk of dementia and reduced lifespan. Think about someone like Betty, an 81-year-old who repeatedly asks the same question and doesn't remember her grandkids' visits. Her family hesitates to intervene, but she's struggling. Compare that to Arthur, also 81, who has occasional lapses but stays sharp with puzzles and social activities. The good news? You can support your memory. Try brain games, stay socially active, or talk to a doctor if lapses feel frequent. If your memory feels reliable, that's a fantastic sign. If you're noticing gaps, don't ignore them. Early action can help. Another ugly truth is losing interest in appearance. Some seniors stop caring about how they look, wearing mismatched clothes, skipping haircuts, or neglecting grooming because they feel it doesn't matter anymore. Research shows that this can reflect low self-esteem or depression, which harm health and longevity. Picture someone like Edward, a 79-year-old whose hair is unkempt and clothes are wrinkled. He used to take pride in his appearance, but now says, "Who cares?" Compare that to Dorothy, also 79, who still dresses neatly, even if it's just for a trip to the store. The good news? You can boost your self-image. Start with one grooming habit, like combing your hair each morning. If you're still taking care of your appearance, that's a great sign. If you've let it slide, try one small step. It can lift your spirits. If you're still watching and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 15 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us keep creating content to inform and inspire you. Finally, let's talk about one of the most surprising changes: denial of aging. Many seniors refuse to accept that they're getting older, insisting they can do everything they did in their 50s, climbing ladders, driving at night, or lifting heavy objects. Research shows that this denial can lead to injuries, worsening health, and even early death because they push their bodies too far. Picture someone like Frank, an 83-year-old who insists on mowing his lawn despite dizzy spells. One day he faints and breaks his hip. Compare that to Helen, also 83, who acknowledges her limits and asks for help with risky tasks. The good news? You can embrace aging wisely. Accept that some things are harder now and use tools like grabbers or delivery services to stay safe. If you're realistic about your abilities, that's a strong sign. If you're pushing too hard, pause and reassess. It's not about giving up, it's about living longer. If you're still with me, please comment number 16 below to let me know you're here. Your engagement means the world to us, and it helps us keep bringing you valuable content. Let's wrap this up with some final thoughts. These 16 ugly things: stubbornness, repeating stories, hoarding, neglecting hygiene, being critical, abandoning hobbies, excessive anxiety, ignoring medical advice, frugality, poor eating habits, irritability, unsafe homes, over-depenses, neglecting appearance, and denying aging are changes that can sneak up on seniors and their families. Take a moment to reflect. Have you noticed any of these in yourself or a loved one? If you're managing most of these well, you're doing better than you might think. If some are creeping in, don't worry. You have the power to make changes. Start small. Call a friend, tidy one corner of your home, or follow one piece of medical advice. The goal isn't just to age, it's to age with dignity, independence, and joy. Here's my challenge to you. Pick one of these changes and take a small step to address it this week. Maybe you'll try a new hobby, schedule a dental visit, or have a calm conversation with someone who's been frustrating you. Whatever you choose, notice how it feels. These small actions can transform how you experience your later years. Thank you for joining me today. I'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned from this video and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are so important to us, and reading your comments gives us the motivation to keep going. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear this message. Your support helps us continue creating content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.